I'd love to give a huge shout out to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Skillshare is an online learning community for creators with more than 25,000 classes in design and business and more. At under $10 a month, it's insanely affordable, and with a premium membership, you can get unlimited classes, so you can join classes and communities that are just right for you, whenever you want, however many you want. So whether you want to fuel your curiosity, creativity, or even career, Skillshare is the perfect place for you to keep learning. I'm checking out Sophia Chang's course on building a digital brand, and so far it's been amazing. And looking around, there are thousands of classes for pretty much anyone to learn anything. So if you want to check it out, use the link in the description below, and the first 500 of you to sign up will get a 2-month free trial. Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to show you how to paint a colorful cactus. So let's do it. Okay, so to start, I'm just going to go through my materials. I have my Arches watercolor paper, I have my Winsor Newton Cotman watercolors, I have my Princeton snap brush, I have a size 10 and a size 6 with me, and my water, my paper towel, and we're ready to begin. So we're going to be painting some fun cacti. Is that how you say it, cacti? Today, there are so many different types, and today I want to go for more brighter colors, not just like green, but like that bluish green, and even like drop some pink in there. Something cute that you could frame in your house and be proud of, and it's super easy. So I'm going to start off with this color that I've mixed previously, which is Hooker's Green Dark. Just add a bit more. Hooker's Green Dark and a bit of Dioxazine Purple, and it creates this really nice greenish, grayish color. And I'm just gonna create, oops, some petals from my last video. Let me make sure I'm in frame. Yes, I am. I'm gonna create oval shapes. And I'm just gonna fill that in, like so. And then maybe I'll drop some more color in there. That. And then for the next part of the cactus, I'm going to change up the hue a bit. So I'm gonna have the same colors, so the Dioxazine Purple and the Hooker's Green Dark. I'm just gonna do a darker version of it. This has a bit more purple in it, so I'm gonna do another part here and just changing up the hue to make it interesting to look at and having those colors bleed into one another. Okay, and adding some darker areas there. Okay, and now this time I'm going to add some cobalt blue. I'm going to do another one over here, maybe a bit longer. Drop in some dark bits, have it bleed into that one. And maybe I'll do a really, really light wash of this one. Just touching it gently so it bleeds into it. Like that. Maybe having another one of these and just really light wash so that color can bleed into it as well. Okay, and then maybe I'll go back a bit more green, so I'm just gonna add more green. Can even touch that part. Now this one is starting to dry, so that water is being pushed into this one and kind of messing with that blend. So I'm just gonna create that color again and just touch it up. But it doesn't have to be perfect. Like, you can have those funky patterns with this, just have fun with it. Maybe I'll create one that's more purple. And you just kind of keep adding on. Don't wake up, don't wake up. My son's naps have been awful lately. I don't know what's going on. Just keep going. Maybe a really light wash of this. Actually, I'm gonna add a bit of blue. That's too much blue. I want a lighter wash of that. Okay. And honestly, this is about it. You just keep going. Or you can stop whenever you want. I've actually seen some that have pink in it too, so I might even take a bit of my pink and drop it in to some of those parts that are still wet. Only if it's still wet, or else it won't blend. See, that was starting to dry, so that's gonna have a funky mark now. So I'm just gonna re-wet the whole area so it blends a bit more. Maybe I'll take some of that pink. Like that. And maybe I'll start a whole other one over here. Let's go for more pinks in this one. So I'm gonna create a shape. This is kind of like a grayish purple. And it's just changing up the colors and the hues by adding different colors. So I'm just gonna drop some pink in there. Very light. Okay. And then you can just drop in some dark bits too. I want a bit more green now. But yeah, just changing up the hues and the values just make it a bit more interesting to look at. So don't be afraid to just kind of wing it. Grab some more pink. I love pink and green together. Just gonna drop some of it in there. I also love the purple. Lighter. Maybe some of that blue. I think that blue's too dark. Just gonna lift that color up again. Wash off my brush so I can get a lighter wash of it. There we go. That's what I wanted. Okay. Create one down here too. But yeah, just dropping in those dark bits too really kind of adds something interesting when looking at it. Okay, So now that we're done that part, we're gonna wait for it to dry and then we will do the little needles that come out of it. Okay, so now that it's dry, we can start. Now you can do this with paint or maybe a black pen if you want. So I'm just gonna take my brush that's smaller so I have a nice little point so I can create tiny little dots on it. But the dots on a cactus, actually I'm gonna use Payne's Gray, so it's dark but it's not black. So the dots on a cactus are very, very spaced out evenly. It's quite amazing that like nature can be so symmetrical and it's not like a man-made pattern. But yeah, so you're just gonna kind of start doing little dots in a very symmetrical, spaced evenly pattern. Okay. And you're just gonna do this all over. All right, and then when you're done that, you can even flick some of the lines out so it looks like those needles, especially the ones that are closer to the edges. Not all of them. I mean, it would be all of them in real life, but I don't want to overwhelm it with little lines. So just using the tip of your brush, really little amount of paint, kind of just left over from what you were doing last. Just so you don't have big globs. You want the smallest, faintest line possible. These needles are really tiny. So just using really light pressure with the tip of your paintbrush. And then if you really want to, and you have some white ink, mine is almost dried. I have left it out multiple times without the lid on because my brain is special and it doesn't work all the time. Oh my gosh, I gotta get a new one. If you want to, you can always create a little bit of white beside it too, beside those little dots. Just adds a little something. Create little white needles if you want. Just using your white ink. Sorry, I'm using Dr. P.H. Martin's Bleed Proof White. It's my favorite white ink, but you can use white gouache, a white gel pen if you want. Any white ink should do, or you don't even have to do this step. I think it looked perfectly fine without it. And there you go. There are your beautiful cacti. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. I really hope you liked it and I hope you learned something. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and follow me on Instagram for more. Have a great day, guys. Bye.